I'm from LoL Universe, and I'm here today with our lead developer for League of Legends.
Hello. Hi, I'm Riot Phroxzon. I'm the lead gameplay designer for League. Yeah.
Hi. Okay, so let's start with our first question today. So in recent years, some new champions have started to feel a bit similar to older ones, like according to our community. Will we see more new and unique gameplay mechanics in future champion designs?
Yeah, this is a really challenging area to kind of operate in. At the point where we have over 170 champions, it just takes a lot more, I guess, creative ideas to kind of break the mold for new champions, and also without making a champion that feels like it has too many tools, you know? Like, it's very easy to make a new champion that feels creative, but it's also just got too much stuff, you know? And so in a way, we're trying to find the ways that we can make creative new experiences that don't add too many things. So I think Yunara, and honestly, like an example that I use from the past a lot is Lilia. Like, Lilia is a champion that experientially she feels very different, but she doesn't really have any new mechanics. But it's those types of different experiences that we really want to do. And so I think it's fair to say that, you know, some of the new champions will feel similar to each other, but they also just play very differently. And so optically they might look very similar, but yeah, that's really what we're aiming for when we're making new champions.
So about champion reworks, like both gameplay and like ASU-wise, they seem to happen less frequently nowadays.
Yeah.
What are the main criteria that the team like might use when deciding which older champions to rework, and like what can we expect? When can we expect more reworks in the future?
Yeah, we've done a lot of reflection about what types of champion products we ought to offer, you know, things from VGUs or ASUs to new champions to mid-scopes. And one of the things that we've kind of realized is that oftentimes when we VGU a champion, there is sometimes an audience that really likes that champion, and even if the VGU is so amazing, we're still kind of leaving a bunch of those players behind, right? And so we have to be very, very careful about doing VGUs and doing them correctly, so that we can make sure that we're not taking something away that is the most important thing to that person. You know, like somebody might be like, oh, this was my most favorite thing, I log on every day to play this thing, and now it's gone. Even though they like the character and they might like how it was reworked, we just hear a lot more of that feedback nowadays, especially when people don't have a lot of time to play. So I would say in general, like, I'm not going to say that we don't do VGUs, but we just need to be a lot more careful about our application of them. Whereas like releasing a new champion doesn't have any of those same types of problems, you know, like the champion didn't exist before. And so those are just some of the pros and cons that we need to think about when we're releasing these types of champion products, because we just need to be very careful about people feeling like we're taking something away from them. Yeah.
So I guess like players, like their connection or like their what do you call it?
Resonance.
Their investment in the champion is like really important.
Yeah, because even today, for example, like people really are like, where's old Graves, and you know, like and where's old Katarina, and it's like, you could say that New Graves is an extremely popular champion, but people still really have a longing for those old champions, you know? And so we need to be just very careful about our application of it. And we've tried a few different approaches, like adding Blade Waltz from old Fiora into arena mode and things like that. So we're trying to, like, you know, get creative about how we can kind of preserve some of those experiences, and yeah, we just need to just think very carefully about it.
So about the upcoming season's gameplay changes, what new mechanics or systems can players expect to see, and how do these changes like reflect the direction the team wants the game and like this competitive scene to move towards?
Yeah, I can't really talk, you know, directly about what types of changes we are going to do, but I can talk in broad strokes about our approach to seasonal development in general. So for example, one of the ways that we often approach new seasons with two general directions. The first might be a very problem-solving or opportunity direction, which is like, what are the things that people and players are complaining about? Or what opportunities do we see from a design lens that players aren't necessarily talking about and complaining about, but because we're game designers and we understand how humans work and we understand how players operate, we might be like, oh, this thing might be really exciting for them. And so, for example, some of the problems that we've been thinking about a lot for season start are things like, you know, just split pushing, or people say that supports are too strong, people say that supports roam a lot, people say that top lane is weak in certain levels of play, some people say that AD carries are weak in certain levels of play. Some people say that itemization might be a bit unsatisfying. And so like, we might take a bunch of these things and then we'll put them all up on a whiteboard and the team will discuss about the pros and cons of addressing certain areas, what ideas we think are going to be most effective in each of those spaces, and then eventually like the design leadership, like myself and some of the other people will take the recommendations from the team, and then we'll make a call about what we want to invest in. And we'll do some discovery for maybe like 3 to 6 months, figure out what are the most like fruitful ideas. We maybe like, for 2025, we were like, we were trying epic monsters and a lot of different types of epic monsters, and we ended up on Articon, and we're like, okay, like let's go with this guy, like with his variable position and things like that. So that's kind of how seasonal development works. Some things will work, some things won't work, and then we'll just decide, eventually which things we want to move forward with, and then we'll just like hard commit and then just like go for it,
It's a long process.
It's a very long process,
We're personally looking forward to a new epic monster.
Okay, noted, thank you. Might be a little late to change our plans right now. We're in November.
A message to new players or like aspiring players, like after watching Worlds and seeing this year's new content, new music, do you have anything to say to people who are like thinking of trying out League of Legends?
Yeah, so kind of our new player journey or the experience of new players with League of Legends has been very tumultuous, I would say. We know it's a very difficult game to get into, and a lot of our focus this year has been about social play. So I would say of the things to do, it would be find a friend to bring you into the game, and we've added a lot of things like Arena or Hextech ARAM, ARAM Mayhem, like Brawl, and a lot of these types of things that are designed to help players feel like they can come into the game, even though they don't have a lot of, like really long-lived built-up exposure to League of Legends, because we just know that there's a lot of people that want to bring their younger siblings in, or maybe, even we're a 15-year-old game, bring their children into, playing, and we envision a future world where people can bring their children and their children's children into playing League, like that is kind of our long-term goal. Like, I wish that I could play League with my children and my grandchildren, we want to be around forever. And so I think just finding people that really vibe with you and want to play the game with you, I think is the most important thing.
For our last question, can we have a message for the Thai fans?
Yeah, I think a lot of the players in Southeast Asia are so passionate, and the regional teams will always send us photos of and videos of just the Southeast Asian community and how passionate and how enthusiastic they are about the game. And it's something that we're just so grateful and thankful for. We have so many fans around the world, and I think, the Southeast Asian fans are like some of the most passionate. So this is always just like so gratifying for us to see, and we're so happy that we can have such a major impact on all of the players in the region. And so we're always committed to just like hearing your voices and making changes that, we don't know about everything. And so like let us know about the things that really are impacting you, you're really loving, and we should keep around and keep investing in, because those, ultimately we do everything for players, and so we want to hear your voice and build League of Legends together. So yeah, thank you so much for all of your investment and passion in playing the game. Yeah, thank you. Sawadee Krap.